2017-2018 NFL season more than halfway over. Who is the leading candidate for MVP? I discuss what is going on, y'all. 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video, of course, talking NFL, talking MVP, and now we've got some good amount of games under our belt. We've got a good sample size to say, all right, these are the guys that have a good shot of winning the award. These are the guys that have an outside shot, and the rest of the guys have no shot because they haven't done anything thus far into the season. Okay, yes, I know there is still a couple of games left, but like I said, we have a good sample size. So let's get right into it. I've got basically 3 guys that are the leading candidate for this award, then 3 more guys that have an outside shot, but I really don't expect them to win the award. It's really between these 3 guys, okay? So, but right before I get into that, I do want to say a couple of the guys that we were discussing for this award, or we could have been discussing for this award, got hurt, as it's been a brutal year in the NFL for injuries. Aaron Rodgers was my pick for the MVP. He got hurt, okay? Broke his collarbone, of course, and he was just never able to put together enough games, and he won't be up for the award. David Johnson is another guy who many thought could be a candidate for MVP, and he got hurt as well. So the list goes on and on. A couple of big defensive players like J.J. Watt. The list goes on these injuries and the guys that got hurt. Some of these guys are amazing players, and like I said, these are leading candidate for MVP possible players. So that is unfortunate, but you gotta deal with the cards you have been dealt, and these are the cards that we've been dealt, folks. So let's get right into it. The 3 guys that I have leading this award right now in no particular order are Carson Wentz, Tom Brady, and Russell Wilson, and then the 3 guys with an outside shot for this award, again in no particular order, are Drew Brees, Alex Smith, and Jared Goff. Okay, so let's talk real quick about these guys with an outside shot and why I don't expect them to win the award, but they could go on a miraculous run and prove me wrong. Drew Brees, his team is 8-2, so they are definitely leading their division, and they have one of the better records in the NFL right now, okay? They're still behind the Eagles, who we will talk about in just a second here in terms of record, but you're talking about absolute domination. They lost their first 2 games, and then they've won 8 straight, so the Saints have been on a roll. But if you've been paying attention, and many people have, Drew Brees is actually not the main reason for the Saints being 8-2. I mean, he's certainly been a big part of it, but their rushing attack has been the main reason for them being 8-2. Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara have been absolutely incredible. They've been studs every week, and ever since that Adrian Peterson trade, which was the best thing that ever happened to the Saints, they have been on a tear. So they have been carrying this team. I believe like last week or the week before that, Ingram had 3 touchdowns, Kamara had a touchdown, Brees ended up just having 1 touchdown, which was a rushing touchdown. And usually those are the numbers week by week, which is Drew Brees doesn't get those Drew Brees type numbers anymore because all of the rushing touchdowns, or I should say all of the touchdowns, are turning into rushing touchdowns for Ingram and Kamara. And for me, even though record-wise he's great, he's just not there or comparable to these other guys in terms of numbers. So I have to have him on the outside looking in. Now, he could turn back into Drew Brees and just throw for, 10, 15 touchdowns in the second half of the season, but I doubt it. The Saints have been winning this way. Why change it, okay? The other 2 guys, Alex Smith, he started off real hot, didn't throw an interception, then he's thrown 3 in the past 2 weeks, and his team has lost a couple games. They're down to 6-4, not leading their division no more, and really the bottom has just fallen out for the Chiefs. And for me, Alex Smith, his team needs to obviously get back on the winning track in his numbers. I mean, they're still pretty great, 17 touchdowns to 3 interceptions, but he needs to continue with that. But like I said, the team record is what's really hurting him. Then we finally have Jared Goff, whose team is all 7-3, so they are definitely one of the top teams in the NFL, but his numbers are not that great, not in terms of the other guys I'm about to mention. He does not nearly have as many touchdown passes, has more interceptions, passing yards are not matching up. The MVP award is a numbers award, folks. As much as people don't like to say it, it is. You have to have excellent numbers. Matt Ryan won it last year. I believe he threw 37 touchdowns to 8 picks. You have to have incredible numbers to win this award. And that is why the guys that I have leading this award, let's talk about all 3 of them: Carson Wentz, Tom Brady, and Russell Wilson, okay? Interestingly enough, have their numbers all right in front of me. So it will be very easy to look at them and tell you who's winning the numbers battle, okay? Numbers-wise, Tom Brady has got a pretty good edge. I don't want to say significant, but it is leaning in that direction in front of Wentz and Wilson. And the reason I say that is because his passing yardage, he's at 3,100 yards just about. Wilson and Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is at 2,400. Russell Wilson is at 2,800. I'm rounding, folks. Okay, I don't want to get into the actual, like, you know, the last decimal here, if you will. But I'm rounding these numbers up. So he's got what, like 700-800 yards on Carson Wentz. He's got about 400 yards on Russell Wilson. So the volume is helping Tom Brady. But the completion percentage is still better. So he's at 68%. Carson Wentz is at 59%, and Russell Wilson is at 62%. So 2 for Brady, 0 for the other two guys. Then we get to touchdown passes. Brady's at 22 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. That's a great ratio, incredible ratio. Aaron Rodgers-esque ratio. Carson Wentz is beating him in touchdowns thrown with 25, but he does have more interceptions at 5. And Russell Wilson, just 1 touchdown less at 21 touchdowns and more interceptions with 7. And then we get to pass rating. Tom Brady is leading all of them at 110.9. Carson Wentz is next at 103.4, and Russell Wilson at 96. Now, numbers-wise, you guys saw it. I laid it out for you guys. Tom Brady is winning this battle numbers-wise, okay? Now let's talk about team record, because this is basically the 2 components here. You have to have a great record, and you have to put up great numbers. The Patriots are 8-2. Okay, they didn't have a great start to the year. They lost to the Chiefs early on, but they've been the Patriots ever since. Okay, 8-2, and I know their division, people will say it's weak, but the Jets were pretty competent for a while. The Bills were pretty competent there for a while. So let's not use the weak division excuse anymore. Eagles are 9-1. So Carson Wentz does have a better record than Tom Brady, and he's got, like I said, more touchdowns than Tom Brady. Russell Wilson, Seahawks are 6-4. They can still win their division, but I have a hard time seeing them maybe catch up to the Patriots and to the Eagles in terms of record. So for argument's sake, let's take Wilson out of here unless he goes on a complete tear, because for him to win this award, he's probably going to have to put up better numbers than both Wentz and Brady, or he's going to have a better record than both of them, and I really don't see it happening. So really it's between Tom Brady and Carson Wentz, and at this point I'm going to have to go with Tom Brady because he is beating Wentz in all of the numbers besides touchdown passes, and his team is just 1 win behind Carson Wentz. So let's see what happens moving forward. At this very second, I'm going to say Tom Brady is the MVP just based off of the numbers and based off of the win record, but Carson Wentz can very easily win this award if he just keeps up the touchdowns. I mean, if he just throws for, you know, more touchdowns than Brady and his team has a better record, I could see him getting the award, but I'm expecting the Eagles maybe to lose a game here and there. But here's how I see it playing out, okay? If Carson Wentz's team gets a 15-1 record, which is they don't lose the rest of the year, or 14-2, and let's say Brady's Patriots are 12-4, 11-5, and Brady's beating Wentz in numbers, I think Wentz will get the award, okay? So for me, it's very clear if Wentz's team is maybe 2 or 3 more wins than Brady's team, and his numbers are, like I said, just a little bit worse than Brady's, he gets the award. Now, of course, if the numbers are better, it's not even close. So, like I said, Tom Brady is going to have to keep at this ridiculous pace. Folks, 22 touchdowns to 2 interceptions is ridiculous. I don't know if he can keep this up, but this, again, Tom Brady, he always proves people wrong. He is 40 years old, and he's doing this, which is damn incredible. So let's see what happens. At this very second, I'm going to say Tom Brady. Moving forward, I do think Carson Wentz has the better shot of winning the award if his team keeps up their success, and the Eagles have shown that they are probably the best team in the NFL. Don't forget, in the AFC, the Steelers have the same record as the Patriots, so Patriots might not be the #1 seed, which would hurt Tom Brady and his MVP case. So Carson Wentz, if his team becomes the #1 seed, not just in the NFC, but in the entire NFL, I think he's got a great shot. But like I said, if I'm looking at the numbers and if I'm being objective, I'm going to have to go with Tom Brady. That is what I think, folks. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys agree, disagree, leave a comment down below. If you guys like my videos, please make sure to subscribe. Please make sure to follow me on my social media. Link down below for that, my Twitter, Instagram, and all of that good stuff. As always, thank you for watching.